Right now, construction work that is affecting one of the biggest U.S. cities.
Also, which famous lead singer is getting help for substance abuse?
All this and more, 96 News starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to 96 News. This is the week of September 24th. I'm Vanessa Mieses.
And I'm Matthew Hall.
The St. Martin police are investigating the killing of an American couple found stabbed at their residence in Qubecoy. The bodies of Michael and Thelma King of South Carolina were discovered Friday in what was described as an ugly scene by Taco Stein, the St. Martin Solicitor General. Thelma King was found tied to a chair and her husband Michael was lying on the floor. Both appear to be stabbed to death, but the investigation is in its early stages to reveal any more details.
One of the U.S.'s biggest cities is preparing for a major freeway to be closed. Los Angeles is beginning preparations for Carmageddon 2. Traffic officials are hoping for a rerun of last year's two-day freeway closure. A 10-mile stretch of Interstate 405 will be closed to allow construction crews to finish a new, wider, and safer bridge that crosses the freeway at the city's scenic Mulholland Drive. The 405 itself will be expanded to allow more lanes. At the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, officials are planning to house as many as 300 doctors, nurses, and other staff in nearby hotels so that nobody will have trouble getting to work. The UCLA campus, with about 41,000 students, along with neighboring Santa Monica, has emergency traffic plans if they are needed. Even on a relatively light traffic day, the 405 can carry 500,000 vehicles. Officials aren't expecting any delays in work. The freeway is scheduled to reopen at 5 a.m. Monday morning, just in time for the morning rush.
Well, I think Floridians are enjoying the cooler weather that settled in this morning.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. Molly Dodd, how's the weather for this week?
The weather today in Central Florida was absolutely beautiful with a high of 82 degrees. Unfortunately, it's going to get a little hotter the rest of the week with highs in the upper 80s and lows in the lower 70s. If you're planning on going to the beach this weekend, you'll want to reschedule your plans because it is going to be raining all weekend with scattered thunderstorms in Lakeland, Orlando, Cocoa Beach, and Clearwater. Back to you, Matt.
Thanks, Molly. Thousands watched the space shuttle Endeavour, strapped to a modified jumbo jet, circle the city of Los Angeles Friday. The shuttle passed over the state capitol, the Golden Gate Bridge, the Hollywood sign, and several other iconic locations before landing at Los Angeles International Airport on Friday. It now begins preparations for a slow-speed journey to its museum home next month. Its new home is the California Science Center, which will quickly become a must-see attraction in Los Angeles. Endeavour was the newest spacecraft in the shuttle fleet and journeyed into space 25 times. Los Angeles Mayor Antonio Villaraigosa said, quote, "The shuttle's arrival in Los Angeles marks Mission 26, the final Endeavour. Its mission that it brings the shuttle back home to stay."
Green Day's lead singer is seeking help for substance abuse. Billie Joe Armstrong's onstage meltdown at the iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas had multiple reactions. Video from the event shows Armstrong cursing profusely after cutting a song short. He then goes on a profanity-filled rant, pointing to a sign showing 1 minute left for Green Day's set, far shorter than he'd expected. Armstrong then slams his guitar on the stage, flashes his middle finger, and walks off the stage. The band says its set wasn't cut short as Armstrong thought and apologizes to iHeartRadio and those who were offended.
Now over to Roxanne Garcia for sports.
Thanks, guys. Well, with 11 days left during baseball's regular season, the race for the playoffs is on. The Cincinnati Reds and San Francisco Giants are the first two teams to clinch a spot in the playoffs by winning their division. With the Atlanta Braves 6 games ahead of the St. Louis Cardinals, the race for second place in the National League wildcard is on between the Cardinals, Milwaukee Brewers, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. In college football, Oregon moved past LSU to number 2 in the Associated Press Top 25 behind Alabama after the Oregon Ducks beat the undefeated LSU Tigers. LSU moved to 3rd, followed by Florida State and Georgia. In the pros, New York Jets cornerback Darrelle Revis tore the ACL in his left knee and will be receiving season-ending surgery. Kyle Wilson, the team's first-round draft pick in 2010, will now step into Revis' starting role. Also in the NFL, the Cowboys hosted the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 3 of the season. The game started off rocky for the Cowboys when Tony Romo threw a pass intended for Miles Austin, but was intercepted by the Bucs' Aqib Talib, Romo's third pick of the season. The interception then led to the Bucs' first and only touchdown of the game. The Cowboys later responded and came back to score with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Cowboys got the victory over the Buccaneers 16-10. Dallas overall's record is 2-1 and Tampa Bay's is 1-2. For 96 Sports, I'm Roxanne Garcia. Back to you.
Thank you, Roxanne.
Well, that's all the time we have left here today. Keep it here on 96 News for all the latest in breaking news, weather, and sports. I'm Matthew Hall.
I'm Vanessa Mieses. Have a great week, everyone.